Hi, beautiful souls. Today I'd love to share a little light about your services, your divine and perfect and beautiful services, and just to remind you that whilst it's so good to be able to give back in this world, you must also be very conscious and aware of how you're feeling in the way that you give and the way that you share. You see, if you're sharing with authenticity and with love and with from the heart, then you're going to feel so much more abundant and you won't feel depleted because you're sharing the essence and the truth of who you are. But if you replicate what other people are doing, and if you are cutting yourself short because you feel that if in your services and you're sharing that you're going to your life is suddenly going to turn around and it'll be a lot better, then I suggest you have a little bit of inner work that you may want to add your attention to, because everything should feel effortless. There should not be anything that feels difficult or hard or stressful in any way. It should all be very, very light. Your services, new earth services should be feeling light. You should feel light in the way that you offer. Everything should be aligned with a graceful ease. If you're not used to having graceful ease in your life because you've had traumatic experiences, you've been in stressful jobs, you're used to that fear, flight, fight hormone raging through you at certain points, because that's what you're used to, people shouting at you, have you done the work yet? Have you got this in? Blah, blah, blah. All of that has to go away, has to drop away. That is not going to be supported in the new earth way of being and living. And of course we know that there are, new earth is already here, there's multiple infinite new earths all there for you to align with the frequency of it. And you get to choose which frequency you reside within, which frequency you exist from. Do you want to exist from a high frequency? Do you want to share services that you feel proud that you are sharing the essence and the authenticity and the truth of who you are, rather than copying and just repeating what somebody else has said? It's often easy, believe me, I use a lot of words that Sandra Walter uses because they're most suitable to what I wish to explain, and also because there's so much language I wish to release and let go of, because they're so limiting and they don't serve the divine human. They keep you trapped in like a headlock. So you have to be aware. And so until I can formulate my own perfect words to express myself in this now and in these changing realms, then I do find that the support of Sandra Walter's vocabulary greatly assisting me. And so things like live stream, for example, is a word that she uses, and it's so perfect because that's exactly what's happening. Like in your life, okay, but that's a funny thing because you are infinite, so you are always alive, but your live stream, as in what's happening with you right now, it just makes so much perfect sense. So just be considerate of the being that you are, because your services should be light for you, they should be enjoyable for you. If it is altruism and that you are trying to be kind, trying to be good, trying this and that and the other, but you are abandoning yourself, then I would say that that's really going to not help you at all. And that's where it's important to be authentic and to really know the truth of who you are, and to share that truth, because when you're sharing the truth of who you really are, you're going to attract all of those people that just really love you for who you are. They're like, oh wow, this person resonates with me, and I love to hear their sharing and what it is that they feel is something they'd like to share. So really consider this. I keep probably saying the same sort of things over and over again in different ways, and that would be about right, really, because during this sacred season where we have this really beautiful and delicious light that we can play with for the greatest good of all, being responsible in the way that we're creating and the way that we're imagining those creations into existence. Let's really be using our higher discernment, our higher heart, our higher mind, higher discernment, feeling into what do we want to create? How do we wish to experience New Earth? How do we wish to share? Who do we wish to share with? Who do we wish to play with? And you may not know those people just yet. You may be attracting them right now. You may be attracting them by how you're living in your day right now. If you're living in your day right now as grumpy, ungrateful, oh, why does this have to happen to me and everything else, you're not going to be very attractive to anyone. Nobody wants to hang out with people like that. People like to hang out with people that are inspirational, people that, okay, I admit I've got some stuff going on, but how am I going to sort this out? Solution orientated. When somebody is like going on and on and on and they're not looking for the solutions, the only thing you can do is get up and move away, because otherwise you're just going to take your vibration back down and join them, because eventually, you're going to be tarnished with that negative energy. And I know that there are going to be people that that are like very close to you that can be a bit like that, but we give them love, we give them grace. We don't have to hang out with them for a long time. We can move away from that, and we can share our love and share our invitations for maybe you'd like to consider that from a different perspective. What are the solutions? What might you do to create more joy, more happiness in this experience that you're currently feeling challenged by? Can you change that word challenge to something else? Could you make it a little bit lighter? Is there something that your higher self wishes you to know about this? And they may get cross with you, because believe me, sometimes people get cross with me when I say things like this, or offer them a meditation at times when they're going through a bit. But I don't worry about that, because it's got nothing to do with me. It's to do with them, and that's their stuff. So you can't help everyone. People have to help themselves. If people are wishing your assistance, then you can be there to assist them. But obviously everyone has to find their own way back to their source and to their connection with all that is. And I remind everyone with love, with joy and peaceful hearts, that your services should be joyful, uplifting, light and easy and graceful for you. And you should be authentic in the way that you're sharing, because when you're being authentic, you will attract the right people for you and for your services, your unique, perfect, beautiful services as part of the collective consciousness as we keep rising and greeting New Earths in all of its beauty and its joyfulness. Grand rising, everyone. Big love, and I send you all great joy. My name is ZsaZsa, and I come to you from the hedgerow where it's windy yet again, with Lanto Lightfoot looking on watch duties, and beside my dear friend Walnut Tree, my very dear friend Walnut Tree, and my very dear friend Lanto Lightfoot. Big love to you all. Peace.